Hey everybody, once again it's Jinx and I'm here with another pickup video. I'm still waiting on my retro game treasure, and when I do get it, I'm going to let you guys know. I'll film it, I'll put it up as soon as I can. But until then, I have another pickup video from Facebook Marketplace. 37 PS2 games. In case, most of them have manuals, most of them don't. Some of them are sports games, which means they're not worth very much. But other ones hold a little something, some sentimental personal value for myself. So let's go ahead and dig in. So the first game is Ford Racing Off-Road. I have never played this game. It does come with a manual. I've never played the game. It'll be interesting to play. And, you know, being a collector, I'm all about trying new games. Next one. What is it? IHRA Motorsports Drag Racing 2. I actually owned this game back in the day. I know it's not worth anything, because at the time I was into collecting for a PS2, and I tried to sell it back to GameStop, and they would only give me $2. But you know what? It was actually a really good game, and I should have held on to it. But it's complete, has a manual, can't complain. Ooh. Alright, so this next one, yeah, it's a little beat up. There's a hole in the plastic right here. But Tetris Worlds, and it's complete in box. That's an easy remedy. I could always... Oh, did they burn... Wow, that's kind of a douche move. Apparently, it's not just through the plastic, it's also through the actual paper, too. That's a bummer, because the case is usually the hardest part to find with this games. If it was just the plastic, I could always swap out the paper into a different case, but that's not the case this time. Now, this one has a sentimental value to me, because I remember playing it a lot on Dreamcast, and that's Crazy Taxi. There were a couple knockoffs. There's a disc and a manual. There was a couple knockoffs, like what was it, Simpsons Hit and Run, and a couple Simpsons games. Probably more than that, but that's just what I can think of off the top of my head. The game was pretty good for its day. I mean, it's not bad, and it holds up. Everything I'm showing you works, and I think I paid an average of like $1.25 a piece, roughly. Next one is The Getaway. Gotta get away, get away. Comes with the manual and the disc. And something I noticed is the early PlayStation game cases have this memory card holder, which I thought that was a cool idea. So you could put your memory card in there and take it with you if you go to like a friend's house. But on the later ones, they just totally got rid of it. So, understandably, I mean, it may have been a cost-cutting measure for the later stage of the PlayStation 2. Next game is Madden 07. With disc and manual. You know, I never really played the Madden games like later on. I always played them on the old OG systems, like Super Nintendo and Genesis. I think I played one Madden game back in the day. Can't remember. On a PlayStation or PlayStation 2. I can't remember. But it's been a while since I played Madden, and that gives me an excuse to start playing it again. Now, the next one is also near and dear to my heart, because I know it didn't start off as its own game, but I'm glad it became its own game, and that's Devil May Cry. I mean, I'm sorry. I know it may have started off as maybe a Resident Evil game, and then they turned it into a Devil May Cry game. But honestly, Dante's attitude and snarkiness is just fantastic. I love a good smartass, you know what I mean? Manual, disc. I used to have this game. I don't know what happened to it, But now I have it again, and it makes me happy. So, now we're going into some of the sports titles. Like, this one is Major League Baseball 2K5. Says it's powered by ESPN. Manual and disc. Ooh, I guess that's a serial number right there. And it's right there on the case. That's kind of cool. Next one is World Series Baseball 2003 by Sega Sports. I say Sega Sports because it's important, because some of these sports titles are going to be by Sega Sports, some of them are going to be by ESPN, or by a different development team altogether. Boom, manual and disc. And once again, there's a little sticker here with the with what I think is like a serial number or something like that. That's kind of cool. Now, don't mock me for this one. Because let's be real, I'm a big guy. You will never, ever see me dancing. But Dance Dance Revolution Disney Edition. Don't laugh. A big guy dancing is hilarious. But once again, I am a collector and I will collect it. Manual and disc, and plus my wife and my kids can play it too. You see what I'm referring to? See how that memory card slot isn't in the later ones? It's weird. Next one, EA Sports NBA Live 2005. Complete with disc and manual. I never really got into playing basketball games. I think I played Double Dribble. I played Double Dribble on the Nintendo. Or NBA Jam on the Super Nintendo. I never really got into the basketball games. Virtual Evolution Virtual Fighter 4? It would be the next one. Open it up. Manual, disc. Oh, sorry, it's Virtual Fighter 4 Evolution. Is that kind of like a variation of Virtual Fighter 4, kind of like Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 2 Turbo? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know. That way, hey, knowledge is power. Learn at least one new thing a day, and you'll learn one new thing a day, I guess. You'll never be bored. Next one, Guitar Hero 2. Complete with manual and disc. Does anybody play Guitar Hero anymore? No? I didn't think so. Collector's item, I guess. Maybe, you know, not for monetary value, but for personal reasons. I didn't even know they made this one. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Manual, disc. I knew they made a Terminator 2 game. I can't remember what system it's on, but I know they made that. But I didn't think they would make a Terminator 3 game, because the movie wasn't all that great. UFC Sudden Impact is the next game here. I can't remember if this was their first foray into the video game atmosphere. If it's not, manual and disc, it's going to be pretty close to being one of the first games that they did. It looks really good. I mean, I can't complain. Like I said, I paid $1.25 a piece for all these. Whee! The next set. Alright. Once again, do not laugh at me. Dance Dance Revolution Max. Manual and disc. Visions of a big guy dancing can make anybody smile. And if that wasn't enough DDR, because I already have Disney Edition and DDR Max, there's DDR Supernova with manual and disc. Apparently the person I bought these from was really into Dance Dance Revolution and racing games. Next one is Tokyo Extreme Drift 2 with manual and disc. Honestly, I didn't even know there was a first one. I'll check it out. It probably became popular due to the Fast and the Furious franchise and Tokyo Drift. Maybe, because I think that's about the same time frame. Next one is Snowcross 2. Manual and disc. Looks interesting. Snowmobile racing. Like I said, I didn't used to like racing when I was younger. But as I got older and I got better at it, I actually started enjoying it a lot more. So I'm going to start enjoying some of these racing games. It's going to be fun. Kicking my son's butt at the same time. We have Virtual Fighter 4 Evolution, and of course we got to have the original Virtual Fighter 4. And wait, it is complete in-box with a disc. Like I said, everything works here. Everything works. And come on, for those 90 kids, Power Rangers, Dino Thunder. No manual though. Oh, that's okay. Disc is there, and the case is in pretty good shape. Manuals are usually semi-easy to get. It's not a huge deal. Not a deal breaker, that's for sure. This one could really use a new case altogether. Oh my gosh, stickers all over it. Unreal Tournament. And you see the sticker up here. There's a sticker back here. Sticker right here. Gotta love GameStop, right? And then of course, comes with a manual and a disc. Oh, stickers. I hate stickers. Next one. Need for Speed Underground. Complete with manual and disc. Alright, now, I did play this with my friend Chris. I played it with my friend Chris until me and Chris had a falling out. And it is what it is. You just grow apart sometimes. But it was interesting. I think it shook up how the Need for Speed games were played, and I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. I think that was the first racing game I actually enjoyed. Once again, another dance game, DDR Max 2 with manual and disc. What I might do is I might take all these dancing games with me up to my in-laws' place, because we're going up there for Christmas. Bust out my PS2 or PS3 up there and let people boogie oogie oogie. Next one, Need for Speed Most Wanted. Now this is a game that I always got confused about, because there has been several Need for Speed games called Most Wanted, and they didn't add Most Wanted 2 or 3 or anything like that. They just called it Most Wanted, which was really confusing for me. But once again, I played this after Underground, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Just don't watch the movie. Don't watch the movie. I've heard horror stories about the movie. But hey, some people love the movie, so I mean, more power to you. Next game is 13. Now, I hate to say it, but I've never heard of this game. I've never played it. It comes with manual and the disc. It is interesting. It is interesting. I don't really have much more to say about that. Now, this next one, don't hate me because I'm probably going to say it wrong. But Onimushi Warlords. Mushi or Musha? I don't know how to pronounce it. Forgive me if I'm butchering the name. Manual and disc. And I'm looking at the back of the case, and it looks it looks like a really good game. Definitely one I would like. EA Sports Knockout Kings 2002. Question. I have a question. Now, I'm looking at the back, and it looks like they may have added Muhammad Ali to the characters for this game. But why? Oh, why? It's 2002, but you have Muhammad Ali on the cover. What's going on there, buddy? And it comes with a manual and disc. I just think they would have put somebody else on there. You know, like a current boxer at that particular moment. But, hey, it is what it is. There may not have been popular boxer at that time. I don't know if Floyd Mayweather was even around at that time. He could have been. Maybe he was. But, I mean, they could have picked a more modern boxer to put on there. Next game is True Crime Streets of LA. Now, I've never played this game. And it has manual and disc. And I've never played this game because, just like what is that called? Streets Row. Not Streets Row. Saints Row. Because I always thought it was like a GTA knockoff clone. And I've never played it. But people tell me it's good, so I'm going to give it a chance. Next one. Dead to Rights. Now, I could be wrong, but I believe they even made a sequel called Dead to Rights 2. Once again, I've never played this game. Comes with manual and disc. Because there was a time, towards the end of the PS2 and the GameCube life, that I really wasn't collecting because I was in a bad place. I was in a relationship that was not good for me, and I was eating my feelings and didn't have really a lot of disposable income. So, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? But I'm making up for for lost time. I'll be really happy to play all these games that I haven't played before because, well, it gives me a chance to re-experience them. Next, we have Sega Sports NFL 2K3 with manual and CD. And what's cool about this, just like the baseball games, there's a little like authenticity sticker with like a serial number. That's kind of cool. I like that. I think I said something about the Genesis games, the sports Genesis games that I picked up a while back, how they also have that too. Now, this is why I said Sega Sports or ESPN, because this one is ESPN NHL 2K5. Now, you see Sega down here, but the title is ESPN, not Sega Sports. And once again, there's stickers everywhere. Thank you, GameStop. But it does come with a manual and a CD. I think hockey is just one of those sports that doesn't really get a lot of publicity. I mean, maybe it's just me. But you can go anywhere in the United States, say something about baseball, and people know stuff about baseball. You can go anywhere in the United States and say something about basketball or football, and people know basketball and football. But I think hockey and especially soccer don't get their due here in the States, and that's sad because they're good sports. They require skill. Now this one, he obviously bought it when Blockbuster was going out of business. But this is the PS2 Incredible Hulk game. Now, I'm not really looking forward to playing this manual game because I heard bad things about this game. I'm still going to give it a fair shot. I try not to listen to other people, but sometimes, you know, people who have similar taste to you, you gotta trust them because, you know, and a game franchise we haven't seen in a while, EA Sports NCAA Football 2005. Comes with manual and disc. Yeah, they stopped making the NCAA football franchise because the players were getting pissed off they weren't getting paid. Or, what was it? I believe they couldn't get paid for it. And EA was using their likenesses without permission. Something like that. ESPN 2K5, NBA 2K5 is the next game here. Once again, it has a little sticker right here with the serial number. With manual and disc. And then we have Sega Sports NBA 2K3 with manual and disc. Now, this is why I brought it up, because I believe, let's see if I can find it. Maybe not. Maybe I'm delusional, but ESPN, Sega Sports, they both use the 2K franchise. So, I mean, want to be specific as possible. Now, this final game, Duel Masters. I gotta say, the case is really shiny and in really good shape. It still has the sticker from whatever. I could take that off and whatever, but it's in really good shape. Manual, no game. Oh, sad, right? Makes me a little sad, but the disc is usually the easiest thing to get, so the case is usually the harder part. So I'm not too sad about that. And like I said, I paid $1.25 per, I guess, per case. And if the game was in there, the game was in there, and if it wasn't, it wasn't. There's 37 games, and I bought it off of Facebook Marketplace. I expanded my PS2 collection by, like, I want to say 300%. Like I said, my PS2 collection, PS2 was kind of where I dropped out of playing video games. I do have a few of them, but I don't have a lot. But I'm glad I'm expanding my collection for that. Right? Expand your horizons. That's what you need to do. Okay, with that has been another video with me, Jinx, the ultimate nerd of nerd life around here. And I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully with my retro game treasure.